I was wrong. And in this video, I'm going to explain the thought process going behind the trade in addition to why the plan did not work out. So we're looking at Avantis. This is AVNT. This is on a 3-minute time frame. But let's go ahead and zoom out. Let's hide all the movement. This moved really nice. Very nice. Huge pump. So I'm thinking potentially, a retrace, maybe about at least to here, maybe here, if we did the fib extension. Now going to a smaller time frame, eventually working our way down to the 3-minute. That way we don't take too much of your time. If you like that, please smash the like button. Leave me a comment. Let me know what you think about this video. So the reason we entered the short was we came up here, price came down, price came up, did a double top on the 3-minute time frame, started coming down, and actually went here before starting to come up. Now, as this is happening, I'm charting everything out as far as my box, where I don't want it to break above. But because it dropped so nicely here, I want to see it come up and come down. What I don't want to see is I don't want to see it go down and then come up to above this zone and then find support on it. Because now what this is doing, the FOMO is continuing. We can see FOMO here. Let's go ahead and hide this one more time. We can see FOMO. What we don't want to do is have that FOMO continue. And as I'm charting this, price starts coming up to the area where I thought it might come up to. This is an aggressive entry. The reason this is aggressive, a few things. One, price could do something like this, where it comes up to about halfway, comes back down, finds support here, and then continues going up, FOMO continuing. Or for a safer entry, we would like to see the price come up, break through this zone, and then now we can enter, which would be a safer entry. That's the white. And then if it comes up here and then it breaks this, retesting this, which would be a bearish retest, breaking this newly created pivot, you could add to your entry. And of course, this would be white. So that would be a safer entry. Same thing with here. This would be a safer entry. Now, let's kind of walk through the steps. Price started coming down. This was an okay entry. I made an updated video I'd say about 45 minutes later, I believe. Let me just double check. The first time I posted this was at 5:16 Eastern Standard. Then I made a video about 10 minutes afterwards, just explaining because now this happened. So because we could have done a safer entry here, not as safe as the price that we just mentioned as far as the price action goes. This would have still been a kind of safe entry. Reason, price came down, went up, came down. Safer entry. Now, granted, this is not as safe as potentially this, where we do a bearish retest, we come down, we break this level. This is a much safer entry than this because this still has a chance where it can do something like this and then start working its way up. Again, FOMO. That's what we're looking at. Now, one thing that I do want to show is when I posted this was the actual post. High risk due to FOMO. 5 to 10x short, aggressive entry, white is safer entry, stops and targets, price moving. And the reason for the short, very aggressive move up, would like to see a retrace and a double top with a neckline broken. So this is the thought process behind the trade. We're not just entering it because it's starting to come down. We have reasons for the entry. Now, price comes down here, starts doing this, bearish retest, nice, bearish retest, very nice. And now I'm looking at this, and then I do another update. This time it's a video update about an hour and 20 minutes after the original post. And this is when the price is about here. Price is about here, and I'll show you the video really quick. So let me go ahead and pause this. Let me bring this up here. So this is when the price was going sideways. So the price is going sideways. I don't like it. I don't like how it's looking. And I'm explaining why too. And I'm explaining this video. It's about a minute video. And then we move our stop loss. So with that being said, let me go ahead and show you the thought process on this. Price comes down. Great. This is exactly what I'm looking for. Price came down, up, down, broke this level, got out of this box, came up, came down, broke this. Beautiful. However, it starts going sideways. This is the part that I don't like because now it's doing this number. It's gaining strength. I don't like this because what I want to see, this level be broken. Okay, fine. Come down, come up, bearishly retest, come down, or even come up here and come down. Like, show me something. Unfortunately, it just goes sideways. And when it goes sideways, I don't like it. Because this could be a chance for the buyers to say, hey, it's not dumping. Let's go ahead and enter this trade. So because of that, we went ahead and moved our stop loss from here to here, reducing our risk. And that's the big thing. So instead of doing 2.3 or 2.5%, we put it down to about 1%. Why would we do that? Why don't we just leave it up here? Well, because of this. So what I'm thinking now at this point, and I mentioned it in the video, we could potentially, and when we were here, I'm thinking we can come back in here, which is fine. Come down, break this. And that happened exactly the way I'm thinking it might happen in that video. Then as it starts coming sideways and not going lower, it's barely going lower. Barely. I didn't like that. So now I'm thinking, okay, we might come up again, find support, maybe somewhere in this box, and then bounce up. It went a little bit lower, actually into the box that I'm thinking, and then coming up. So for that reason, we moved our stop loss, and now I'm just watching it. I'm watching for another potential entry, but when would we enter the short? Well, I'll show you. So again, if you have not smashed the like, definitely smash the like. I show you in the moment of the trade versus after the fact. So as this is happening, nope, let's move our stop loss just in case. Sure enough, as soon as we move it, what happens? We get stopped out. We get stopped out by a dumb little wick. Then it starts coming down. And then, of course, I update the group again. This one is about 30 minutes afterwards. I update the group. We got stopped out by a wick. I'm going to be watching for a re-entry for the short, because who knows? We could continue coming down and taking, all this liquidity for all you liquidity traders out there. Price came down, up. I'm looking for the break of this, and then eventually the break of this. Does it happen? Nope. Instead, it breaks this. Okay, so now I'm looking for a rejection here to do this number. Does that happen? Sure doesn't. Instead, it comes back up here, gaining strength, gaining momentum, pulling back just a slightly, and then starts going up. Now, granted, our stop loss is right here. And instead of potentially getting stopped out already, let's see here, right around here, we maybe have another few more minutes before it potentially stops us out. And again, we're doing a 5, maybe 10x leverage, or even a lower leverage, 2x. If you have more margin, you don't have to put as much leverage. And that's a trick too. And here, our stop loss looks like it's going to get hit if we didn't move it. So the whole thing about being in this group especially is, one, we are reducing our risk. When I'm watching this and we're in a trade and I don't like how it's looking, we'll update the chart. And sometimes we get stopped out and it continues to go the way we were thinking. Well, we just re-enter. I'd rather do that, take the loss and then secure, or rather reduce the risk. And by the same token, we're securing our portfolio. We're securing our bank. Because if we do break down, well, then we can just re-enter the trade, have our stop loss maybe about here. If the price does this number or even this number, we enter the trade. And then now let's see if it continues to play out. Targets get hit. We move our stop loss down. But unfortunately, that didn't happen. So now I'm waiting. And more than likely, this FOMO may continue. We may come down to about here before doing this number. And then it goes up. And then if we want, we can look at this for a long, or we can just go to another trade and look for shorts or longs. And just as an update on our Bitcoin trade, this one, our first target hit, our second target hit, then it hit again, but the second target hit, We have not moved our stop loss up. The only way we can move our stop loss up is if we break this level. We break this level. If the price comes up and does this number, once it crosses a pivot, newly created pivot, then we can get our stop loss and then move it up to about here, which would be probably just underneath this. That's what we would do. All right, that's all I got. I do thank you guys very much. If you haven't already, definitely smash the like. Let me know what you think about the videos in the comments below. I greatly appreciate you. As a reminder, we go live every single day, Monday through Friday, 12 p.m. Eastern Standard, Saturday and Sunday at 4. We show you the reality of trading. I do thank you, and we'll see you in the next one. As always, protect your portfolio, protect your bag. Appreciate you guys. We'll see you in the next one. Take care. Let's make this money.